God. Oh, what is the other thing? What am I doing?
Hello everyone, good morning. Here is
Yeah, so yeah, good evening. I don't know, there's just, the environment is just different. Here I do sleep. And when I sleep, you feel like you're getting tired when you're sleeping, Like you're getting tired. It's difficult. I don't struggle like this to get up at home. At home, I easily just get up. But here, it's difficult for me to get up. And especially once in between when I'm sleeping and then I wake up like now, I received a phone call at, I received a phone call at 7 o'clock, which is 03. So, 03, I received a phone call and I woke up, I spoke, I tried to sleep a bit. Yeah, that's it. I went. Ila bako feali, shupako feali, shupako feali. Let me drink something. Let me just drink something. Let me drink a Fanta. It has been a while since I had a Fanta. Oh. So yeah, anyway, where's the cable? Let me get the cable. Let me get the cable. Oh. My cosa. So yeah, good evening. So I'm sorry that yeah, I'm coming late, and now, for me, I just believe that apologizing for the same thing over and over, you don't look serious. But nonetheless, I think you should understand me for now. Guys, the team recover life, and some of these things, unless you go through them, you would not know the veracity or the how challenging it is. Yeah, you wouldn't know until you go through those challenges. So yeah, of course, I'm not that bad. I thank God in one way that in spite of the challenges, somehow God looks after me. Frankly speaking, for me, it's only God. It's only God. But yeah, it's quite challenging, and I won't pretend. I like to be transparent. I want people to know really like where I am. I mean, of course, sometimes it's not a good thing, Sometimes it's good to leave people wondering. But I think if you are not very open in the public domain, you can't function well. You can't function well. I think it's better to be open, so that people can understand you, because that's the thing. When you are in the public domain, you are among people. Everybody's looking at you, and they have got their own expectations. And if they don't know your situations, they may have false expectations. They may have higher expectations, and yet because of your situations, you cannot be able to meet those expectations. So I'm sharing this. It is not so much about myself. What I bring out here to the camera, it is for the benefit of many people out there. That's what I bring. I don't bring out things that I'm supposed to keep to myself. I bring it out here. No. What I bring out here is something that I think that if I share it, it will help another person out there. That is the object of my sharing. Even something that may seem to be personal, but I'm bringing it out. It is because I want somebody out there to learn. Like they always say, the wise learn from others, but the foolish, learn through their experience. So me, the foolish one, I go through the experience. But you, the wise one, you could learn from my experience. And so, I'm starting by acknowledging that, yeah, it's not easy to live out here, especially under my circumstances. It's way very difficult. And if somebody would tell me that, no, I've got, I want to leave my home and go and live out, especially young people, I would say, think twice. I think no one should leave home unless when the life is really threatened. No one should leave home unless where their lives is really threatened. Especially young people, we usually think, no, if I go out there, yeah, it's true. There are countries which are better off, which are better than Zambia. Surely, that is a fact. There are places where when you go there, it is easier to find work. What you are paid is something better, and you can be able to live your life and make some savings. Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. But when I look at many people, with due respect to the people that are in the diaspora, many people in the diaspora, really, it's a hand-to-mouth kind of life. It's very difficult. Yes, in Zambia, you'll be struggling to get a job, but out there, you'll be able to find a job. But in terms of how much you would save, it's not so much. It's not so much. So yeah, in those circumstances, it's actually better. But in my circumstance, it's not easy, because without saying much, is that I am how can I put it? You are not stable until maybe you become stable, but I'm not stable. You keep on moving from one place to the other. So that is a huge cost. Just for you to be traveling around, it's a huge cost. Then accommodation, spending accommodation in these hotels or B&B, Airbnb, and whatever, it becomes very expensive. I've had offers. People have been offering me, no, come to our country, come and live with me, and so on and so forth. I thank you for those offers. I thank you for those offers. But then again, you must also remember that I'm not a person that wants just to live like I left home just like that. I'm a person of interest, that's for sure. I'm a person of interest, and I am. You just don't know. You don't know. I'm in danger, really. I don't go about like anybody else. No, I don't. Wherever I go, I restrict myself, staying in the room, and I can't just be, just like that. You may, and sometimes if you're not careful, you may even cause trouble for the people that you go and live with. Because when Hakainde Hichilema hears, no, Tayali is living with so and so, you also become a target. So I have to be careful where I live. I can't also go and live in a hotel that is just like open and everything. Some of these hotels where, yes, because you want to save a little bit of money, so you go into this place and you compromise your security. At the moment, for me, security is number one. Security is number one. Our government, at the moment, they don't seem to be tolerant, and the praise singer will say whatever they want. At the moment, the one person that they are so afraid of is Chilufya. This is a fact. The one person that they are so afraid of is Chilufya Tayali. You can say whatever you want, but I am one of those people that the UPND government is so scared of. They are not at peace as I am out here. They are not at peace. They are not at peace. Hakainde Hichilema is not at peace. And I know that they are doing everything that they can, to either bring me back home or sort me out wherever I am. They are doing that. This is a fact. This is a fact. Tabalala wa Hakainde Hichilema. There is not at peace to have Chilufya Tayali. Once if another State House, they know Bonseva Candide, Shinguluka wa Hakainde Hichilema. They are not comfortable. They are not comfortable. And yes, it's true. It's true. It's true. You shouldn't be comfortable. It's true. You shouldn't be comfortable. I will tell you that. It's true. You shouldn't be comfortable. I'm not a lightweight. I'm not a lightweight. I am a heavyweight. I am a heavyweight. No matter which way you look at it, I'm a heavyweight. And some of these things, it's not because that I'm bragging or I'm being proud. No. Lesa alitupanga fefe apsana. Alitupanga for more apsana. Yes. There are a number of politicians. Yes, you can mention that one, you can mention that one, you can mention that one. It's true. But to alipsana fe, we are different. Each one of us has got a talent that God has given him, which is different from the other one. So we can all be politicians, but we are different. They are also different. They are gifted in a different way. I'm gifted in a different way. But there is only one Chilufya Tayali. There is only one Chilufya Tayali. And Chilufya Tayali moves things. And I'm going to move things. That I am determined. I will not even pretend. I am going to move things. I will tell you that. I will move things. I will move things because Hakainde Hichilema and his government cannot continue be doing wrong things and we just watch. No. So, as I'm out here, I will move things. I will move things. Of course, I am struggling, to get settled, which is normal. Life is not easy. Life is not easy. And yes, resources can be a challenge. But I'll tell you, honestly, what really kills me, what really I suffer from is my family. That is the issue. That is the issue. For me, not being with my family, not being with my care is what destroys me. It's what destroys me. It's what destroys me. My children now are scattered, They are scattered. We are in 3 countries, So that one just do me bad. It does me bad. And yeah, that one really just messes me up. It's a heavy price, huh? That's a heavy price. That's a heavy price, and yeah, I like to, to be with my children, talk to my children, play around with my children. I like that. But yeah, it's not easy. So I mean, and if I had resources. Like now, I think I'm reaching a certain point. There's a point where you reach when things are tough for you. There's a point that you reach. You feel like whatever. If I had money, really, if I had money, I would fly my mother, my children, my wife, in a country where there can be some kind of a reunion. I just see them and then they go back. if I had money. But now, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Yeah. It's expensive. It's an expensive venture, though. Somebody sent me a text message the other day that you're going to see my mother. I hope you went and you saw her. Yeah. So it's not that one really breaks me. But I also know that, when you say things like this, that this is your weakness, people might take advantage of that. So at the end of the day, I mean, you do what you can. Now somebody will say, "Oh, but look, you're going through this. Why don't you just go? Why don't you just come back home?" I can't come back home. I can't. This is the challenge. This is one thing that I want you to understand. It's not this situation. This stone is rolling, and there is no turning back. There is no turning back. I can't go back home. For whatever reason, I can't go back home. For whatever reason, I can't go back home. Because going back home, one thing that I know for sure, I may go back home to say, let me go and see my mother. I will not even see my mother. That is the issue. I will not even see my mother. If I say, no, let me go back home, I will not even see my mother. I will not. It will be foolish for me to say, let me go home to go and see my mother. It will be foolish because the moment I get into the country, I'll be taken. And when I'll be taken, they will not allow me to see my mother. Not even if my mother is dying, they will not be able to allow me to see my mother. Not even if my mother is dead, they will not allow me to go and bury my mother. You see? So some of you who talk about, no, come back home, come back home. Yes, you pose a temptation, but I want you to know that I will not be that foolish to come back home. Because I will not be able to do those things that I want to do. I will not be able to see my mother. I will not. I will not be able to see my children. Because Hakainde Hichilema is very determined to put me away. Whichever way he can manage is going to put me away. So I will not, as much as it is hurting me, and I'm telling you, it really hurts me. Every day when I wake up, my prayer is that, I have endurance for this pain that I have. I have endurance for this pain that I have. And the other prayer that I have is that I am not bitter. Surely, I've understood why leaders, if I start talking about my family, even my head, I feel my head splitting, ila mtu ula kalipa bad. But anyway, I pray that I bear this, and secondly, I am not bitter, because these are the kind of things that make people, when you also have responsibility or when you have power, you start going against others. For me, I keep praying over this, that I shouldn't be bitter at all. No matter what happens, I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to be the same. I don't want somebody to go through what I've gone through because I'm a leader, because I want to sustain leadership. No, I don't want that. So it is not possible, and I will keep repeating this so that some of you can get it into your heads. I will not come back home. As long as Nebuchadnezzar is ruling our country, I will not come back. I will not come back home as long as Nebuchadnezzar calling himself, you know, a church elder is ruling Zambia. I will not come back. I will not come back. That man hates me. Hakainde Hichilema hates me. You are idiots. Some of you would say, no, you hate Hakainde Hichilema. I don't hate that man. I don't hate that man. That man is the one that, you know, hates me. But I do understand. I do understand him. Hakainde Hichilema has got inhibited hatred. Hakainde Hichilema has got inhibited hatred. You know? No mwenefe ta itemwa fie. Hakainde Hichilema. No mwenefe ta itemwa. Hakainde Hichilema. Tapabo wa temwa. Is not a man. That man was not taught love. That man was not taught love. He has never. I don't think he has really experienced love. He doesn't know love. That's why he doesn't smile. That's why his face is always looking like a lion that is about to pounce on somebody. That man. Ulia muntu alibipo mutima, ulia muntu munkalwe. Hakainde Hichilema. Awa ni munkalwe. Legen dande fesha afise no kufisa. Let me just say, ulia muntu alibipo mutima. Alibipo mutima. That's why napamenso pakwe paka nkalila. Mulandu wa mutima wako. Walibipa. Filafine chinso. That's why nkanda yako nga mwaimona. Yalibe ya kankala. Mulandu wako bati alibipo mutima. That man is bad. Is really bad. Is really bad. So I can never come back home. Leave me alone. I will never come back home. Not when Hakainde Hichilema is ruling. That man is bad. Is really bad. That man is very bad. And if you want to say to give you the examples, I will give you examples. Myself, what I've gone through. I mean, ichalo chali chinja fi. Opo Hakainde Hichilema tekera fi. Ichalo chali chinja fi. Chali chinja fi. Chali fine chalo. Zambia is like what ni pamanda ushiku. Na mweba likofe. I mean, tell me who among you is really like, you know, so happy and everything. No, not even those who are close to him. Bonse mwa ikalafya ba tina. Bonse fya vena gari nkombo bali lekano okulanda. Ba jack mwimbu bali lekano okulanda. Babe pafi obufi. Babe pafi obufi. I'm telling you, that man. Mto wakanipa. That man is bad. Hakainde Hichilema is bad. He is bad. Uda muntu move umutima. Natutekwa na Hakainde Hichilema. Because really, what have I done? What have I done to deserve all this nonsense? What have I done? Run through my cases, say this. Run through all the cases and tell me one thing. Echo mwalaiva tiyoichi. Njeveniko. Muna ndufe waku vipo mutima wakwe. That's why alesa waidano kusawaidha kwati, you know, kwati. Let me get a panel. My head is splitting. Most of the times I'm taking painkillers because I come to kala kalipa, especially when I think about my Kia. And then sometimes na chechi chali wama it's ututuba icho tupa na tona to fika bwino feeling kwa tumaluba, but yeah, at some point anyway. Nonetheless, we just have to be strong, because indeed life is not easy. Life is not easy. You should have fun there, and you see, that's why. Have you seen? That's why like the last 2 days I've not been talking, because the emotions are just too much. Really, they're just really too much. So I just want you to understand that. That's why when you see me, I don't come online when I'm not talking. When I'm emotional, I say, no, I'm emotional, I can't talk. Because, yeah, it's heavy. It's really heavy. It's quite heavy. It's quite heavy. It's quite heavy. I don't get little nimfulwa chine. Nimfulwa bad. Nimfulwa lelo. Nimfulwa. But anyway. Survive. That's for sure. I've got no choice. I'm going to survive. I'm going to come out of this. I will come out of this, and I know my God is with me. I was sleeping quite nikutulo. Patch watching to me na phone. And somebody was telling me, I want to send you a bit of money. Kutulo. I think I'll check who that was. I was deep asleep, but anyway, that's how also God comes in. That for me, that is also a sign that God is with me, because when I'm really down, somehow I get to be woken up by somebody I don't even know calling me to say, no, I want to send you some money. It doesn't matter how much it is, but just by the fact that somebody has thought that to help me out, for me, it's a manifestation of God's love. I have a headache. I have a headache, bad kind. Yeah, so yeah, it's a manifestation by the fact that somebody, decides. It's not somebody I know. No, I was sleeping. I don't know what time that was. I mean, should I check or not check? Because I just woke up and started doing this live, and somebody told me, I want to send you some money. I'm going to do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter. It's not about how much. It's about, the fact that somebody out there has thought of helping out. For me, that means a lot. So I want to take advantage to thank each one of you that, help out, that have helped out. I'm really grateful. You are the people that give me encouragement. You are the people that speak to me to say, no, go on. What you're doing is right. You are the people that tell me, when you say you're going to help, we're going to do this, it really shows me that really what I'm doing is not wrong. Otherwise, why would people, think of you and want to part away with money? Money is not easy for everyone, for anyone. Money is not easy. Wherever you are, money is not easy. So I'm very grateful. You give me encouragement. You give me, that assurance that, yeah, what I'm doing is right. You give me assurance that God is with me, you know, in what I'm going through. Yeah. And I say this so that you know, But of course, others, my haters will celebrate, but it doesn't worry me because that is part of life. That is part of life. But then on the other hand, I also want you to know that, yeah, sometimes it's quite challenging. It's quite challenging. Yeah. It's really challenging. Eh? It's challenging in many ways. Eh? It's challenging. It's challenging in many, many ways. It's challenging. It's challenging. Kutuwaupa no kupa. But then, you know, I love my family. I love my family. I do. I love my family. So, yeah, I sacrifice for them. Though some of these people are silly. Anyway, such is life. Let me just open phone lines. I'm opening phone lines. You can call in and you can say whatever you want. But not to kundisha. And don't talk nonsense. Talk about dictatorship. You are complaining about somebody being a dictator. But now you are being a dictator. No, I've got no... Me, I'll be the best Democrat Zambia will ever have. You know, I'm very tolerant. I respect people's views. The only thing that I tolerate when you drag my children in, you drag my family in. You know, you can tell me anything. I won't have an issue. But I think I'm too emotional. I'm even scared of phone calls. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, boss, how are you?
I'm fine, hoping you that side. How in age telephone neranda kofe ni nefe ya 6 million hectares. Iye na ikarisha wantu wawengi nkamwana kanono na kesho sokwe bati chalo nipakushitisha ero nyende tendanga kwati Lopla province northern na muchinga trafine tekata. It's like wali bapata febali abantu fenetera yapana iranga nomba apana iranga kwe bati wali bapata so epo turera ndako fya abantu mu Zambia beruke ndachafuma ukukumbi kusaizi cyala tampugana kuma provinces nomba goodness ama chief kulapula balikana. They were about 22 chiefs balikana bebiri awa sefenesho chakuli ichakurekeresha mukosese agement mukosese but things are not good here in Zambia. Mukosese please to papata mukose eso mwine muri nankwe no mwine muri andoko life is not easy. True, everywhere you go na muno mwine ipintu fyali kosa ndiya sepakwa sati ushimone yali beyakosa eti abantu bambi barandati impia shaba kunuma ya mwenye songa wakunyapo mwenye kuti wate kesi kioni
Impia shaba kunuma ya mwenye That's a good one. That's a good one, eh? Impia shaba kunuma ya mwenye songa wakunyapo mwenye wala chisange impia. But I think for me, I'm not so much. I'm not a person that I don't look forward for so much money. Yes, I want to live and I want to live comfortable, but money is not. You know, No, yeah, I want to live. I want to live. I want to live comfortable. You need money. Yes, money is important, but it's not my motivation. It's not my motivation. I don't think I would want to be here and without my children because of money. Okay. I would rather be suffering I would rather be suffering but be with my children. You know, I would rather be suffering but be with my children. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, yes. I am quiet.
Me, I just got back. It's very touching. Like, okay, from the family. You watch that again. Why? Okay. I really feel you. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's not easy.
Back to group. The group you are going to follow with the Tayali. Trying to ask on behalf of the Tayali. But group up around 20K, we are more than 1,000. Why can't we come up with one idea of what he has said, like Baka kumane say one day na fact because me, I feel him. I feel you at the end. I feel you. Someone is doing a feed, Shakachina 200 kwacha, because where to me, where I have account like you want than 20,000. That's why I said 5. That's why I said the 100 kwacha, 2,000 or 100 kwacha brand 1,000. That's a lot of money. Ati shika kutuweka tana kama lipa mpwa tufone chira yiko pinga chira mo deposit ya kandarama bakatandala makafika papaho chichire twala kushana group. Otherwise my heart is bleeding for like I am far away from the family. The children are missing him, the man is missing him, the wife thing. How much that man is fighting for us. For the rich, he's fighting for the poor. On Papa, the Madipa group up. Then to go to Alam Pirishamu. Yes, we're able to comfort him with, but what is that now?
And you know,
how that you
not totally. And you know, yeah, thank you. And you know, people assume, mulachita assume, mulatontonganya, whatever. Hey, shani, bale mtumino mpioyo, banani kani bale mtumina, balungu, whatever. Just that, you know, sometimes when you are, you can only talk up to a certain extent. You know, you can only talk up to a certain extent. But really, that assumption of mpanga tefo I struggle. Because usually, like we are saying, you have to pay rentals, this and that, and you have those challenges. And last time, you remember when I kuliva Hakainde Hichilema nambokula papa shani. People laughed at me. People said, Tayali mama nataka consistent, Tayali ala chinja. Vala bati eva nchitana nikani. Eva they are the ones who let me down, you know? They let me down. I'm let down by people. Me, I stick to, if I say nicho chin, I'll go with that. But people let me down. True. Right now, I mean, I am in this fix because of certain people that, I hoped they would help. I hoped they would, meet me halfway. Where I know that na fimbi, but then at least they are helping me with whatever. They don't, but tomorrow asanga wale kutumina phone. Oh, ulande kona parich. Ulande kona parich. Ne shan. You know? Chira nkalipa. Defo amuishive chira nkalipa. Shila and Karipa, I feel very bad. You know, you are there, yes, you are benefiting out of things I talk about. It's not for me, but you benefit out of my advocacy. And yet, when it comes to helping, messages, message, quiet. They don't respond. But when you send them a message to talk about something, their issues, they are very quick to respond. That's why, anyway, Chilufya. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Natotere.
Okay, I hope to contact you tomorrow, send a message.
I mean, we are all trying to save the country. It's not that I'm trying to make myself self-important. No. You know, but we need to support each other. You know. Sometimes ndami mwena mo. Sometimes ndami mwena mo. Hello. Hello.
Anti mulishani.
Mkwai.
Awe na toa formuliranda. Even me, I'm concerned about your life there outside. In respect, whereby you are advocating for people, and also at the same time, those same people are letting you down.
They do let me down. They do let me down. But they do let me down. They are let down. Even number one. Even but you know, I think you are also Abantu some of these people, they are very selfish. Hakainde Hichilema is selfish. But now they are selfish in their own way.
My advice, don't base your advocacy on individuals. Your case, abantu twalishi bati imo mwafuma ku Zambia because of ABCD. Because the laws here in Zambia, they are straight. Mamoni. But walikuwa kama laws yakawati ayaba which are respectful. You could not find yourself in a situation whereby you run away, you go to another country. Because our court system is compromised. Our police is compromised. I'll give you a good example. Look at Kenya. The youths there, they demonstrated. But the police, very bashida abantu ati demonstrate because it's a constitutional right. But here in Zambia, you have got people like
listen, my brother. I don't think I would want to cite Kenya as a good example of a democracy because people lost lives there. Yeah? People lost lives. People died there.
Yes.
You know. So
yes, I do understand. People have lost lives.
And at the same time, I am not again in favor of these demonstrations, because at the end of the day, people get hurt. You saw that police officer who lost his forearms, You saw that.
Yes, I saw that one. I saw that one. Yes.
You see that? I mean, that man has remained with a permanent disability. A man who was, okay, now he has a disability. He has to learn. Imagine at his age. I think that man is about 42 years old. At his age, he has to learn how to live without, hands. So, I think, yes, it's true. What you're saying is true. We need to allow people to express themselves. But I think if governments are tolerant, if governments are listening, okay, if governments are listening, people would not need to go to the streets. You see, by the fact that people ended up on the streets, there is something that that government. I don't like to talk so much about other governments because I don't know where I will be tomorrow. Tomorrow I might be seeking asylum in Kenya, and they might say, no, you said Chakuti. But from my point of view, generally speaking, if governments are listening, they would not need people to go out in the streets. Because when people go out in the streets, at the end of the day, something breaks. It's either a life, it's either bloodshed and whatever. So it's bad, yes, but I agree with you. Our governments need to be tolerant.
Yes, and you see, the root cause of all this is because we have allowed certain laws in our constitution which don't make sense. Because what was the purpose of fighting for independence?
Yeah.
Number one, it was the right to assemble, right to protest, all these rights. But these rights have been stamped upon by this current government. You can't protest. You find that police by what Nishimu. So I'm looking at Kenya as a good example.
Okay.
They even went to the extent of going to parliament. Can that happen in Zambia?
Yeah, so many people die.
So but Tayali upon apera.
And you know,
take care of yourself.
Whilst you are at it, this is
Take
why.
care of yourself. Yeah.
This is why when I'm talking about some of these cases which are of high public interest, I caution people. Hakainde Hichilema should be very careful with the way they are handling case Yava Edgar Lungu, eligibility, because that case has potential to bring chaos. And I say this not to incite. I say this as a preventive measure that we avoid these things. There is nothing wrong in allowing Edgar Lungu to stand, because if they come up and say no, let him not stand, I see there is potential of these demonstrations and somebody losing a life and so on and so forth. So Hakainde Hichilema inende miromba. Let Edgar Lungu stand. If you want, you can come and do manipulate and rig the elections, but allow Edgar Lungu to stand. Because if you don't, I see that case as one of the cases that has got potential to bring chaos in the country. Me, I love Zambia and I love my people. I don't want to see bloodshed. I don't want people to die. No, FEMA politics, please.
If you it's true. The root cause yambira ku register of societies never judges. Yes. We don't have competent judges in Zambia.
No, we have competent. They are just twisted by the politicians. Our judges are competent. The problem is they are twisted by the politician. Let me allow others to come in, my brother. We have good people. The problem is if you're now like in Zambia, my politics, even development, it's my politics. Corruption, my politics. Hello, Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema mandini. Hakainde Hichilema. What you are doing to Zambia, what you are doing to us. But me, I don't want to be bitter. I will still pray for you. I do pray for you. I pray for you that you may realize the pain that you are causing to some of us. I do pray for you. But you are a very bad man, Hakainde Hichilema. You are a very bad man. You are a very bad man, Hakainde. But may God be with us. We'll keep talking. And I know somehow we will go through this. Somehow we will go through this. The challenges are there, but somehow we'll go through this. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Hello, yes, please.
You can hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Mwabomba shani vakuke.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
I just want to speak with Chilufya. I want to speak with Hichilema. By Hichilema, I am very, very, very surprised. You have no shame. You are even boasting yourself in the public that me, I'm the elder in the church. I am the elder in the church, but your action does not good at all. So don't betray God. You know. So what I'm trying to say, please, it's better you just keep quiet and stop ututuma press, because you are just putting salt in our wound. And if you want really to sell land, start from thousands. This is what I'm trying to tell you, that please start selling from your farm there where you come from. Yeah? And everybody knows, Zambia knows, that you are an American project. And the day that you're gonna block Edgar not to stand, you are going to look for God. I'm telling you that you are gonna really see how you have betrayed God. And this is what I've spoken. Bye for now.
Thank you. No, the issue of the eligibility, that one must be handled very well. And we cannot pretend that no justice, whatever. There is just that case even being in court. It's not justice. That case was adjudicated upon. What is it doing back in court? What is it doing back in court? It's by UPND who brought that case in court. That case should not even be, And these are things that we need to be talking about. We need to talk about these things. We need to express ourselves. We need to tell the UPND or whoever the leader, we need to tell them that this is not right. We need to tell them that this is not right, And sometimes, look at the issue of JJ. Look at issue of JJ. It's like now, we have even moved on. We have moved on. JJ, look at JJ's case. Just that, it's the Randa and the Pakachapa, but in a party issue, JJ, I'll come back to it. Let me just gather up a little bit of energy, because our Panchkweta Maka, na yampwako, Maka na cheperako. Makanga ya chepa, you don't even think properly. But issue of JJ is one of those. Issue eligibility is one of those. Yeah. So if you're I don't know. I don't know if I've even made sense, but it's okay. I will keep this video. I would have even deleted it, but I'll keep this video so that one day I can come back, look at this video and relive the memory. Relive the memory. The bad. That one who called me Wachimbusha Kutulo, thank you very much. You it's like God, was trying to tell me to say, no, you are on the right path. You know, even your comments here, they are good. They are good. They are good. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I think I'll leave it there. Good night. I hope tomorrow I'll feel better. I'll be all right. I'll be in my full, my whatever, and be able to come back to you. But I'm sending a message to those of you out there. I know things are hard for everyone, that's for sure. I know things are hard for everyone. But I think we can do better. I think we can do better. I think we can do better. Otherwise, we are getting defeated. Otherwise, we are getting defeated. My foe will be your foe. The day that I will fail to sustain myself and whatever will come afterwards, I mean, it will be also on you. It will be also on you. And when I take a different path, don't start saying, Dad, he's not consistent, he's not consistent. You are the one that makes me, you are the one that make me to be weak, you know, and surrender. Me, I'm a very strong person. But certain times, you know, especially when you think of your family, whatever, I'm upset. I'm even upset with my wife. Let me just say that Chilufya, I'm very upset, but bye for now. Otherwise, Chilufya.